welcome along to our big match preview and backed by Ladbrokes for the season. Remember, you can get yourself £20 by betting yourself a fiver as a new customer by clicking the link in the description to get involved. T's and C's apply. And finally, we're back to Premier League football this week, and Saints had to wait an extra day to play as we host Newcastle United on Sunday afternoon. Now, so here with me this week to return for the big match. Clive, welcome back, mate.
Thank you. How you doing? Been on me travel?
Not too bad, mate. We're looking forward to Premier League football once again.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It's a strange season, isn't it? Compared to last year where there were games left, right and centre. It's like, actually, I suppose it's good in a way because a game is now an event for us rather than, midweek Saturday like it was last season.
Now, we're seeing the international break this week now. So like England's performances, I can't see this game being a real thriller. We're struggling for goals at the moment. Newcastle haven't scored many on the road either. And I think Rafa will try and set up for a point. What should our intentions be?
Attack, attack, attack. No, I think historically, Saints v Newcastle has always been a colourful encounter. And I see no reason why, for once in our lives, we can't get a really entertaining game. Let's face it, the West Ham game was really, really entertaining. And I'd see this is a massive game for Saints. Obviously, with the two defeats, we need to get back on a winning track and pull ahead of Newcastle for starters. A victory would take us clear of them. But if they beat us, then you really are getting a little bit worried about the rest, the run into Christmas, let's say.
Now, on paper, you've mentioned that Newcastle are ahead of us. Seven games in, they're on 10 points. We're on 8. But this week, Pellegrino's had his core squad with him, so the guys that haven't been on international duty, trying to keep our appearance. They played a game behind closed doors against Fulham, winning 2-0. Austin and Ward-Prowse on the score sheet that day. But why can't we score goals in competitive fixtures? Is it the mentality of the players, the system? What has got to change this week?
I just think it's a bit of a more positive outlook, a bit of belief. I don't think there's an awful lot wrong with the system. People were screaming for two up top, but you would sacrifice a little bit in midfield. But who do you play as the striker is going to be a very interesting one because obviously Shane Long was injured for Ireland last night. He's the obvious choice because he joins the play up. Gabbiadini is very much a guy who picks up pieces in the box. He's not, if he's up against a giant centre half, who's going to win that tackle 9 times out of 10? Probably the centre half. He's a guy who gets in spaces in the box, gets into areas that defenders don't like. He doesn't actually join the play up from midfield like Shane does. And pretty much the same for Charlie. Charlie's very much a striker. You've got to get the ball in there for him. Difficult to find that blend. Yeah, I think he does have to go 2 up top. I think with Romeo and Lamina, we've got enough protection there to go with that. And I think that's where we should be looking, really.
You've mentioned there a couple of injuries as well. I mean, if you say 2 up top, that's leaving us really light in attacking options. Shane Long is going to be a doubt for the weekend. Obviously missed the Ireland game against Wales with a hip injury, but he can't score on a broth at the moment. He's got a good record against Newcastle.
We don't know if he's in. We don't know what the injury was. Obviously he trained and he was close to fitness, so we don't know whether he's going to be available Sunday. The one thing that I hope Mauricio Pellegrino doesn't do is drop or rest the guys that are on international duty, because with all the goodwill in the world, I can see the scientific thinking behind it, but we haven't got a big enough squad to do that. We need those key players playing. And crikey, come on. If they come home, which the last of them will be coming home tomorrow, I guess, from the Dutch game, there's enough time between now and Sunday to get them fit, to get them ready for a game. Like we said at the start of this interview, we played Saturday midweek, all of last season. Come on, these guys can do it. I know that science has brought a lot to football, but I just feel sometimes that people look at it way too much. Let people play, because playing is everything, especially for the top, and especially the top players. Let those top players play. Give it our best shot.
And the last international break, we were frustrated with that because likes of Lamina, Virgil didn't make his appearance that time, but the likes of Yoshida was rested again. Long distance travels for them all this week. Virgil's back in the Dutch side, and he'll be fresh. He'll be raring to go. But let's wrap things up, mate. Give us your score prediction. What you're hoping for?
I'm hoping for something like a 2-0. But what it comes out with, just a win, just to put smiles on people's faces, because I see a lot of Saints fans are pulling their hair out right now. And I don't think the team's that bad. I think the squad, with the top players in the team, is really good. And I think we can knock a few big guys over this season. But they need confidence to do it, and they need points on the board. The games coming up are vital for the rest of the season. 2-0 Saints. Come on, let's do it.
Love that. Brilliant stuff. Let us know your predictions in below. Leave us your likes, your comments, and subscribe for more.